getting to the topic of cleaning your wok, don't use detergent. If you're worried about germs, you shouldn't have to, because when the wok is fired up, it is hot as hell, so there's no germs on it. And if you do it right, you should have a nice patina like this one. It should be nice and black, and it should be fairly non-stick. We're going to go ahead and do our lobsters right now. I'm going to, by the way, if you want to know, I did salt the eggs. I'm going to go ahead and do the lobster. So we're going to go ahead and do the lobster. Coming up, a little garlic inside, and then our lobster, the same. And I don't want to overcook the lobster, basically, because hey, it's lobster. Doesn't need to be. Again, seasoning, salting each ingredient by itself is one of the big secrets to fried rice. And as soon as it's not so mushy, we're going to be pretty good on that lobster. As you notice, I'm stir frying the lobster with nothing but salt and garlic, a little bit of oil, and we want the lobster to be cooked, but barely. And we're almost there. Okay, so the goal of, and as you guys can't tell on the video, but I can, but just by smell, I know this is about done for the lobster. It smells great. So lobster's done. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the wok. And once again, dirty wok, so I'm going to rinse it. Come back, wipe it down with the paper towel, basically. Fire it back up. And so, next up, we actually have our rice, but I would like the rice to be very aromatic, and so we're going to go ahead and use up the rest of the garlic with the rice. And my wok is hot. My wok is hot again. When you pour oil in the wok, you want to do it in a circle if you have a lot of oil. But I almost forgot. But I'm going to go ahead and do it with my very oily and greasy shallots, which have been infused in the oil. We go ahead and put in another fresh amount of garlic. And we go ahead and put in the rest of our rice. Just pop it in. Now, here's the tough one. You gotta move fast. Rice sticks when it's cold. So this is one of the reasons why Americans are gonna have difficulty with stir fry, because the rice is cold and the wok is thin, and so if your flame is not big enough, you're not gonna be able to separate the rice or get the rice up to temp. Just as with stainless steel, food basically is a stick and release system on the wok. When it gets up to temp, it doesn't stick. If it's low on the temperature, it will stick to the wok. And so how do you know it's to temp? Basically, nothing should be sticking, which it's not. If your fire is really slow on the range oven in your house, you can go ahead and compensate by putting a lot more oil. But again, when you put in more oil, you still have to heat the oil. So the goal is to go ahead, as you can see, you want to smash the rice out so it's individually grained, but you don't want it to stick, so you got to break it up. This, by the way, is rice and quinoa. Quinoa is not the ideal thing to fry rice with. Too short grained, and it's a very heavy, nutty taste. You want it somewhat. You want the rice to be somewhat neutral. I personally like Thai rice for fried rice because it's fairly aromatic, but not so nutty that it gets in the way, kind of like quinoa. Okay, so you look at this, and there's no major clumps, or at least I can see. And as you chop through it, looks pretty good, right? So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we're going to go ahead and combine ingredients back. First the egg. Oh, I forgot. I didn't season the rice, so let me do that real quick. Go ahead and season the rice. Now at this point in time, if you wanted to, which I might because my wife likes it, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of soy sauce. So dark fried rice, as they call it in Asia. So go ahead and soy sauce just adds so much flavor and depth to your fried rice. If you like it completely white, then you go ahead and use salt only. But if you don't mind the color, then you can go ahead and put a little soy sauce like I did for the fried rice. And as you can see, I'm breaking up the eggs, and they're cooking again. That's why I didn't want to overcook the eggs the first time. And as you can see, the rice is fairly loose, which is the way we want it to be. And you have to work fast because I have the heat up pretty much all the way. And if you don't, then the wok gets too cold and the rice sticks. But if you have the heat up high and you don't move around quickly, then basically your rice burns and everything else burns. So egg is in. We go ahead and dump in our cooked onions and veggies. There's my daughter in the background playing with toys. Wonder. I don't have any carrots in here, otherwise it would be a little bit more colorful. But basically, again, everything is individually seasoned, and we want to make sure that it breaks up nice and loose, and nothing is sticking and nothing is burning. Again, most kitchens are about 12 to 15,000 BTU. I'm probably cooking on something closer to 28,000, and so your fried rice probably is going to suck. I'm sorry for that. You can buy a Blue Star or a commercial kitchen, or you're just going to have sucky fried rice, and I'm sorry. And then the final ingredient, my lobster, go in, and again, we just want it mixed. We don't need it to be recooked because everything's actually cooked. And so we're working on distribution and not really on. And you see, we always want all the food to have touched the heat zone. So we're just scooping and moving, scooping and moving, scooping and moving. And we're pretty much there. So, lobster fried rice, ready to wok on a Blue Star. Look, the size of that plane. And I'm going to go ahead and I like the smell of white pepper. So here's a little white pepper in. But I finish it out with a fresh rind of black pepper. Move it one last time to distribute the pepper. And there we have lobster fried rice. Thank you.